Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel for another video. I'm so glad that you're joining me today. I am going to be setting up my 2020 pages of intention. I have been giving this a lot of thought. I know we're almost to the end of January and I haven't done this yet, but I was trying to figure out how I wanted to do it, and I've been doing a lot of, oops, my table, a lot of meditation around this subject, and really wanted to take my time and do something that is very true to me. So we are going to do that today. So in my planner, I have set this up, and I showed this in my last video. I used a tutorial from Marquita of At Home with Kita to put this together, and I actually just received these in the mail today. I'm so excited. It's my first order of physical stickers from Paper and Glam. I have been a fan of Lisa Marie and her company for many, many, many years. I have ordered digital stickers in the past and printed them and cut them myself. And this year I was like, you know what? I think I want to order some things for her that are physical stickers and just treat myself a little bit. So I did, and this actually just arrived today. I had originally intended to use these in the monthly, like year at a glance view for my Happy Planner, but they are sized for the Erin Condren, so they don't quite fit. But then I had a flash of inspiration, and yeah, we're gonna set this up in here, and I'm actually gonna use these pages. These I'm going to set aside for other things in my spread. So it's a sheet of the Glam About Town stickers, which are so gorgeous. I ordered the Glam Yearly foiled set, and her paper is beautiful. It's glossy, but it's not like shiny. If that makes any sense. And the way her stickers are cut, there's like they're just cut very nicely. And as someone who used to make stickers, these are flawless. So I also got the January Life List and the Hello 2020 dashboard, which I will punch and put in my planner as well. But we're going to use these. So I was going to set this up as goals for the year and things I want to accomplish, but that just didn't feel right for me. And then I thought I'll do them at pages of intention and things I would like to have happen, which is a little closer to what I want to do. And I still think I'm going to call them pages of attention. Actually, there it is. Pages of attention. And my word for the year is pause and create. It's 2 words. I had 2 words last year. It's 2 words this year, but it's pause and create. And I'm going to use this for monthly, not really focus, but things to pay attention to each month. Which this works out perfectly for that purpose. So yeah, I am going to have the cover page and put my word of the year here. There is a quote that I wanted to put on here, but it is actually on my phone. So I'm going to leave some space to write that in down here. It's from Source Messages, and it was like the message of the year. So I'll write that in down here, but I want to write in my little message to myself. And I have my colored pencils, I have my stickers. This is one of the Happy Planner Sticker Keeper books. I turned the cover inside out because I actually prefer the stars as opposed to the stripes. So I have things, so like I have all of my like soft blue, icy blue stuff for January in here. This is one of the seasonal books. It's one of the older seasonal books. I have the Faith book back here. And then I got a couple new books for Christmas. So I have a place for the Productivity and the Quotes book, which I haven't put on their paper yet. And by the way, this is what I'm doing with my old planners. I am cutting them down, some of the ones that I don't think I'll be using, cutting them down and turning them into holder pages for my sticker book. You just cut them. I measured the pages that came with it, like this, the sheets that came with it to make your sticker pages. I measured that, and then I just glued them to the back of the sticker pages, and it works really, really well. So I may pull some things from here. We'll see where things go. And then I have in my sticker pouch, I bought some new washi that is really pretty. So I have that. Just kind of drop that up there and look at that. So I got some new washi at Michael's. Oh, there's my pen. And then I have the rest of my like Happy Planner stickers in here. So I have the productivity book and the quotes book, which has like quotes and things that I'll probably use in both of those. I don't have a lot of decorative stuff at the moment. I want to get one of the floral books, so I'll probably add some things to this later maybe. I don't think I'll be using any of these. Yeah, I don't think I'll use any of the rest of this because they're like seasonal specific. So this is my cover page. And like I said, my words for the year are pause and create. So we're just going to put in 2020, pause and create, and then I'll leave a space for the message that I saw because it really did speak to me pretty heavily when I saw it. So, and I'm just going to do some basic lettering. I'm not doing anything fancy. Okay, I've been going through all of my craft stuff, and I found some stencils the other day, so I think I'm going to use some of these. I won't use those because they're snowmen. That's kind of snow stuff too. I'm trying to decide, I'm going to set that one aside. I have a lot of like alphabets, so I might use the alphabets. Big flower, I don't think I'll use that. I think I'll use this alphabet. Some of these are very winter specific. These are really cute. If I could find more of these for different seasons, I would snatch them up. Like, they are so adorable, and they're like build your own little critters. Anyway, those are pretty season specific. And I don't know if I like the crazy ones. Okay, I think we'll just use the letters and I'll figure out the rest from there. So I did already put that Live Loud sticker there, as you can see. So let's do it this way. I think this will serve my purposes better than trying to freehand it. I have a migraine today, so I think that's kind of messing with my vision a little bit. So I think this will be a much better use of my faculties. I can add stickers and things if, you know, the mood strikes, or do some doodles. I will go back later and outline it with my pen and probably spend some time coloring it. And I'll put pictures on my Instagram, my planner Instagram for that. Now in here, like I said, I was going to do these as like goals for each section of my life. And I decided I don't want to do that. I don't want to compartmentalize my life. I want flow. Part of creation, you know, being creative is to flow and allow things to just happen. And work on being in the now and positive and all that jazz. So I am just going to let things flow. So what I'm going to do is divide these pages in half, and I'll have January, February, March, April, so on and so forth. And we'll get them set up. And yeah, I've got to figure out how, like, where half is. That is done. Now I think I'm going to use This Skinny Gold washi, it has like little X's on it to divide my pages in half, and hopefully there is enough on here. I am just going to grab my bookmark out of here on my planner so that I can cut the washi, hopefully without too much trouble. Okay, I think that looks really pretty and goes well with the feathers on the pages. And yeah, okay. Just had to stand up for a second, make sure we're still filming, and we are. Okay, I'm going to definitely use these stickers here in this, on these pages. I don't think I'm going to use these in here, but I think I have another application for those, and it will use these here. But for now, I'm just going to use these, and we're going to put one down for each month. I'm trying to decide if I want it on the side or if I want to put it in the middle. Okay, so that is done. I did have to adjust a couple of them because they didn't quite, like it's not the same number all the way across, but I think that looks really pretty with the gold. Okay, so what I'm going to do for this is, and how I'm planning on using this, I have some chakra oracle cards that I've had for many years. I haven't worked with them much. I really like oracle cards for areas of focus, areas of attention, that kind of thing. And I picked these up years and years ago. I learned to like and respect oracle cards when I was going to school. I went to a school for and studied natural healing and like massage therapy and aromatherapy and herbalism and those kinds of things and energy work. And a lot of times in the classes, the teacher would have a deck of cards of one sort or another. I never had anybody with tarot cards in my classes, but they were always oracle cards of one form or another, and we would pick a card, especially if it was a weekend class, and it was just kind of our focus for the weekend. So I really like using them that way, and it's just a way to kind of ground and focus yourself and give you something to think about. So like I said, I haven't used these very much, and I think they're really pretty. And each color corresponds to a different chakra. And yeah, I thought I would work with these and pick a card for each month as a focus, a self-care focus, an energy focus, I don't know what I'm wanting to call it, but just my focus for the month. And then, you know, see what, a way to set my intentions, something to pay attention to, because I do also like to set intentions and things at the moon cycles and stuff like that. So I'm just a very energy focused person, and I think using these for this purpose will be really good. So yeah, I think we're good. So I'm gonna pull 12 cards, and they're all kind of mismatched. So we'll take that one, and let's see. Well, there's two. They kind of stuck together, so we'll go with those. So there's 3. So it'll be January, February, March. Go April. Let's think about the upside down cards. May, June. I'm not giving a lot of thought into picking them. I am just, like whichever one feels like it sticks to my hand, or it's hard to describe, but just using my intuition. We'll call it that. Using my intuition to pick a card. So we have the first 6 months done. Although July, August, September. September. October, November, December. There we go. Okay. I do have the book of what each card means, but I don't know if I'm going to use it, so I'm just going to set it aside for the moment. So we're going to put these backwards order so that they stay in a month. Okay, so for each one, I'm going to flip over the card and then just write what it is under the month. And then later, obviously January is almost over, but then I can go back and I can look at what each one means. This little book kind of tells you what each one might mean, just some things to think about for each one, which chakra it corresponds to, which energy it corresponds to, those kinds of things. So I'm going to go through and do that. So for January, we have insecurity. And that actually speaks to a lot of what I'm going through right now. So that's interesting that that came up because there's a lot of insecurity right now. I've mentioned in my other videos, my stepdad is stage 4 pancreatic cancer, and we're just kind of waiting, and there's been a lot of insecurity around that for me personally. And this is a red card, which most likely means it's a root chakra card, and I'm actually gonna look this up because we are in January. So yeah, it's a root chakra card, and root chakra is your sense of security, your sense of financial security, your sense of belonging in the world, your place in the world. And it does say the greatest adversary is the one living inside me. And that's very true. I get a lot of positive reinforcement around me from my family and stuff. But for myself, I am my biggest critic, and a lot of what I am going through comes from my own, like, I don't know how this is going to work. So this will be interesting. I'm going to read that later, and there's a meditation idea there, and do some work around that. So that's interesting that that came up for January because it's very true to what I'm going through right now. For February, we have faith. March is destiny. Interesting. April is going to be isolation. Might need to take some time for myself in April, maybe. By the way, just a little side note. This is a cross fountain pen that I got for Christmas. I currently have just the cartridges in here. I do want to get the converter and buy my own inks for it. But this is my first fountain pen, and I really love this little pen. Yeah, I just really love this little pen. So, just in case you're wondering what I am using, it writes beautifully. And the Happy Planner paper takes this fountain pen well. There is no bleed through. Something on my table got my pages dirty. Okay, for May, we have completion. June is joy. July is going to be gossip. Oh boy. I don't like gossips. Maybe July I'm going to have to be careful not to gossip. There might be things that could be gossiped about. Like I said, these are just ideas. I don't think that the cards are foretelling the future. I don't use them in that way. I don't think it's possible to tell the future. The future is unwritten. But I do like I like the idea of using them for, like I said, a focus or an intention or something to pay attention to. August is rejection, which can seem negative, and sometimes it is, especially in the moment. But rejection is also, that is not for you. If you get rejected from something, that means that is not for you, and there is something else, something higher, something better for you. And we have to have something not so pleasant to appreciate the things that are pleasant. September is facade. October is renewal. November is self-worth. And December is guilt. Okay, so I actually got a phone call from a friend, and it ended up taking a little bit longer, quite a bit longer, because I was helping talk her through some things, and then we ended up talking for a while. So while I was on the phone with her, I kind of went ahead and finished doing this. So I colored the lettering in, and I wrote in the quote that I found on Instagram. It's from like an account called Source Messages, and they have a daily encouragement quote, kind of along the lines of law of attraction, those kinds of things. And it says, "Remember, this year will not be perfect. It'll hold highs and lows like every other year before it. Your goal should be to live deeply in each and every experience. Just as your body regenerates millions of cells per minute, you're literally a new person every single hour. Your life is a series of events linked together to form a story. Don't view it as a particular time frame. Just put your focus and energy into the present moment, and the general scope of your life will invariably come into form on its own. There is no need for large-scale change, just a shift in your perception of where your attention is directed. This isn't a year-by-year life experience, but a moment-to-moment one." So I wrote that in as kind of just my reminder for the year, and added "Act Justly, Love Mercy, Walk Humbly" from the sticker book. Of course, I already had that on there. And then inside I just added a bunch of quote stickers for each month. So along with insecurity, don't stress, do your best, forget the rest. For faith, I said chosen, blessed, forgiven, redeemed, loved. Self-worth, it's not what you do, it's about who you are becoming. Oh, sorry. Let's go to March. Destiny, don't quit your daydream. And I realized I spelled Destiny like the name Destiny, because I used to have a stylist at the salon I work with whose name was Destiny. So I just went and changed it, and it looks fine. April, I said trust your gut. And I didn't think too deeply on these. I just went with whichever one first spoke to me as I was going through the sticker books. Completion, don't stress, do your best, forget the rest. For joy, I put happy, happy, happy. For gossip, blah, blah, blah. So these two are kind of like obvious. For rejection, I said bless this hot mess. For facade, live less out of habit, more out of intent. For renewal, the soul of the land can best be felt through the soles of your feet. For self-worth, it's not about what you do, it's about who you are becoming. For guilt, as Mama said, there'd be days like this. And then in the back, which will be kind of my reflection on the year, be the very best version of you. So there is my pages of attention, pages of intention for 2020 instead of goals pages. I decided to do it this way, and kind of, monthly meditation, spiritual focus. I don't know. We'll see how it all works out. I am going to go ahead and start doing some work with the January one, since January is almost over. And I'll keep you guys updated, as time goes on. We'll go back and look at it. I want to start doing plan with me's in here. I've just kind of been practicing with it, I guess. Yeah, I did some doodling. I have to go back and finish doodles. And I didn't hardly use last week. And today is already Monday, and I haven't even set up this week. So I think part of it's just getting back in the habit of planning this way. I'm loving it. It's just, getting back to the groove of it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will hopefully talk to you guys soon.